Yeah, they ain't gonna like it. They ain't gonna like it. I be getting to the money. Everybody mad. Think I'm getting too much money. Everybody mad. Same old nigga from the.
Hey y'all, what's up? Sometimes it's hard for me to get to the podcast only because it requires me to be in a frame of mind sometimes where I feel like I've already gone through something, so that when I share my point of view, it's from a place of a scar and not the place of a cut. And what I mean by that is I've already healed, and what's left behind is the scar. But I decided, just like my last podcast, inspiration struck me. I've been wanting to record for a few nights now. It seems like the nighttime is gonna be the time that I record. So what I'm trying to figure out is like how to keep my energies high. But nonetheless, today I want to keep it a little high, on a high note. I've officially been blogging for 2 years. And one thing I've learned is that just when you think you know everything there is to know, someone else opens the door and you get walked into a whole new world. When I tell y'all I thought I've had it all figured out, all the different ways I can make money, passive money too, like not even something active where I'm necessarily asking you guys to buy something, but in a passive way where it's things that I can do once and they will continue to bring in revenue. And I had the pleasure of being mentored by Marie of the Curvy Fashionista. And my eyes were literally open wide to all the different streams of revenue that I was leaving on the table, all the money that I could have been making in the most passive way possible, in a way that also makes me feel really good, because one thing I've been trying to figure out for the last year is how to serve you guys in a way that I can afford to live and serve you guys, but not feeling like I'm always some way, shape, or form asking for money. And that was my biggest struggle. And this way that she provided for me does that. And hopefully in the coming weeks and months, I'll be able to break those down, my wins, my losses, things like that, what works, what doesn't work. But to say the least, I'm really excited about the future of XL Tribe. We're heading into year 3 really, really, really strong. I made a goal, or not a goal, but what do they call it? Like a promise to myself when I bought the domain for XL Tribe over 2 years ago. I told myself that if XL Tribe could not pay for the hosting and domain on its own, that I would stop blogging. And what's been the most eye-opening was not only being able to pay for the domain and hosting because the business had the money, but it was actually being able to look at the finances from a different way, because I also now have a different accounting system. And so one of the things you don't always realize is how much success you've had or I should say success in what life looks like for me, because life ain't been easy. And to know that I have a business that not only made enough money to pay for these things that I need, but let alone I had a business that made money. If any of you guys are following my journey, you know that I've been an entrepreneur for almost a decade. And this is the first business that I've ever made money in. And this is also the first business that I did not start to make money, which is blowing my mind right now. Because this business was started because I saw a need in the marketplace for a group, a brotherhood of big and tall guys that were working together to change the perspective of the way people see big guys, tall guys, and to look back and see so much growth in 2 years. Sometimes it's overwhelming, to say the least. But I'm really, really happy with the trajectory of XL Tribe. 2019 is going to be streamlining the things that work, things that don't work. Of course, I hope in 2019 to add writers. I want different voices. I want the blog to move a little bit more too. I think that's very important for me. I feel like right now the blog only has my voice, and I feel like there's so many other voices. It can't just be me sharing my voice. You need to hear both written voices from other point of views, other people in other cities who have so much to say. So if you are interested in writing for the blog, although at this current moment I cannot afford to pay, but I would love to work with any freelance writers out there who want to get their foot in the door, want to start writing, and we can work out a schedule. I mean, I understand I'm not expecting you to be pumping out 20 articles a day either. So I want to sit down with you if you're interested. We can Skype or FaceTime. And I really want some writers. That's my goal of 2019, is to get writers, to get the blog moving more. So definitely, if you're interested in writing, hit me up. I'll give you the email. Even better, you can email podcast@xltribe.com, and everything podcast related goes into that box. So if you have questions, concerns, whatever the case is, as a matter of fact, I want to start doing that too. Asking questions, answering questions about fashion, lifestyle, anything a big guy goes through. And if I can't answer it, then hopefully I can get an expert on who can answer it. But anyway, I think that's a great segue. The follow-up for me, I just want to let you guys know where I'm at, where the blog is. Also, I'd like some feedback too. What do you guys think I can do more of? What do you want less of? I think that's another thing I've been trying to break is I've learned in 2018 that one of the things why men consistently don't get the things they need is because we're the biggest group of people, but we don't express it when it's necessary to express it. And so we get left behind, or we don't get what we need, or we get the leftovers. Because for so long, one thing I've heard a lot of people always say, oh, guys, they don't care about fashion. But that wasn't true. We were just taking what we were getting. So I need y'all to speak up. Let our brother know what I'm doing, what you want more of, what you want less of. And that's how we're going to progress, peoples. And I'm going to make sure we progress. But anywho, thank you guys for listening to my rants for 10 minutes. But I hope that you got a better feel of what the blog is, what I intend, what I hope for. Also, I'll drop this in the podcast sphere. I'm definitely interested in events. I just don't know how to do it, but I definitely want to do an event in 2019, hands down. So, that's that, peeps. Like I said, any questions, concerns, hit up the email, podcast@xltribe.com. And until next time, if you can see me, I'm doing the peace out symbol right now. Later. Hey. Welcome to another episode of XL Tribesman. Yeah. I know, before y'all get started, I gotta get into a little ad break, So we here at XL Tribesman strive to change the perception of the XL man. And one of the ways we do that is by advertising for brands that support the big and tall man. So if you're an entrepreneur or a business that wants to promote, make sure you hit us at podcast@xltribe.com so we can assist you in all your needs. Now, for our listeners that want to support us, you can support us on our Patreon page or directly on the Anchor page where the podcast is hosted. That's another way you can support. On top of that, if you want to support in another kind of way, I myself, Kirkland, do take photos. I take really good ones, if I must say so myself. So if you want to get your photo shoot done or a website built, or if you need some styling tips, I do assist with that as well. If you need that done, you can always email me at podcast@xltribe, and I can definitely assist you with those as well. Or you can go to the site xltribe.com/shop, and you can book any of my photography service, my styling services on there as well. So now let's get into the episode.